So we work really hard to make sure that we get exercise all year round. And Nick goes to a gym sometimes. I do not. I can't like fit it into my lifestyle. I don't know. I used to before I had kids, and now that I have kids, it's just not going to happen. So part of what I do is whenever it's warm enough, and today it's actually like a balmy like 35 degrees, we get out and we walk, and I walk with my sister here whenever we can. Nick has the kids all in the basement in the bounce house getting them some activity. And so we're just gonna walk around the lake, and we've got a bunch of ice fishermen out here. This is Minnesota in the winter. Kind of slippery here sometimes. But you don't need any special equipment besides shoes on your feet or boots this time of year in Minnesota. And you can get really good exercise. So we just suggest, we're gonna do about 1.5 miles today, but just walk like you're being chased, get your body moving, get out there however you can, and that's kind of one of the first steps to pair with your healthy eating, is to add in some exercise. We always say abs are made in the kitchen, but you know what? They're also sculpted out on the walking path. So I hope you guys join us. Nick will share kind of some of the stuff that he likes to do. It's a little bit different than me. He's not a walker. He'll either run or lift weights or go to the gym. So there's a lot of snow here. Holy cow. All right. This is what Minnesota families do in the winter, is they go ice fishing together. So we got mom and dad and the kids in the little ice house, and they're playing hockey. Like, if this isn't any more quintessential Minnesota, I'm really not sure what is. And the walk continues. I wanted to show you a little bit about some of our favorite kitchen appliances, and maybe what you might want to add to your cabinet, your pantries, or what you might want to leave out. So here are some of our latest gadgets. We've gotten all these within the last year, and I want to tell you just a little bit about each of them. So let's start over here. This is an air fryer. And what an air fryer does is it basically has a fan, and then it blows hot air over whatever food that you put inside. So for this one, for example, it's got a little basket. You put the food in the basket, you turn the air fryer on, and you cook it generally between like 350 and 400 degrees. And it cooks just like a convection oven, but much smaller with more of that air blowing around it, and you get a nice crispy outside to whatever you're cooking. So it's awesome for like burgers, even for steaks. You can do eggs in there, but like chicken drumsticks, so you want that crispy outside. And we love, love, love the air fryer for that. So we use this all the time, and also for side veggies. Another great option for that one. The other one, we need a Barbie doll hair thing going on here. She has no clothes on. If you have children, you probably understand the Barbie doll clothes issue. They never have the pieces, but she's got a cute little bow now. It's adorable, Juliana. I got Keto Baby over here walking around. So that's our air fryer. Okay, so the next thing that we have is an Instant Pot or a pressure cooker. This is like nothing else that you have in your kitchen normally. What it does is you put about a cup of water in here, then you turn it on and it pressurizes, and it cooks food a lot quicker. And I find that it really keeps your meat tender, it's moist, it makes really, really good dishes. So we use it a lot making eggs in here as well, but also making chicken breast. So I'll cook up 2 pounds of chicken breast for the family for the week, and I'll make chicken salad, and I'll make some kind of chicken dinner, and it cooks that in like 10 to 12 minutes, so much faster than if I was going to put it in the oven. Another thing we make quite often is soup in here, and you can pressure cook like a big pot of like broccoli and cauliflower, make a broccoli cheddar soup really, really quick in about 7 minutes. There's a steam function on here as well, so we can make something like egg sous vide where it's a steamed egg dish. You can steam veggies in here, lots of options. And this also works as a crock pot. So all of your crock pot dishes you can now put in here. It does not pressurize for the crock pot, and you can just cook it normally in here. So the Instant Pot gives you a ton of options for cooking things more quickly. For me, it was so hard for me to use the crock pot because you needed to turn it on at like 11 in order for it to be done at 6, and I just wasn't home at the right time, or I'd forget. And then all of a sudden it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I had no dinner. With the Instant Pot, you get home from work at 5 o'clock, you put your food in there, it's done at 5:30. Super, super easy, and I'm not in the kitchen like stirring things. Literally when you close it, you can't open it back up. So you literally just dump your stuff in here. you start it, and it's good. So I love the Instant Pot or the pressure cooker for that reason. It just makes things so much more simple. So for me, having these two appliances, basically I don't use my stove that much anymore. Maybe if I'm gonna bake like some keto cookies or something, I might use it, or some muffins, but otherwise I'm cooking most of my dinners now in my air fryer and my Instant Pot. So from there, we actually just got our Ninja Foodi, and this thing is a little bit crazy. Nick was just mentioning that it's like the biggest appliance he's ever seen. He's like, you could basically like put it in your wall, and I bet they will have this type of thing like as a stove replacement. We can get the little mini ones. I'm sure that's coming in the future. But what a Ninja Foodi does is it combines your air fryer, your pressure cooker, and also adds in a dehydrator. So you have all of those options that you have on these two in one single device. And the way that it works is when you open it up, it's got the normal Instant Pot or pressure cooker basket in there. And then it's got an air fryer basket you can add as well. And then the fan is actually in the top part here. And then there's a separate lid, I'll show you that. It comes with a second lid that we use for the Instant Pot when you're cooking with the pressure cooker portion of it. And you literally just leave on the big old air fryer lid, and then you put the pressure cooker lid on, and then put that on tight. It has the normal seal and vent on the back, and also the little button that you have, so you'll pressure cook that way. You can also get dehydrator baskets, you can do your Instant Pot in here, so there's a ton of options with the Ninja Foodi. It's definitely more expensive, but the time you pay for a pressure cooker and an air fryer and maybe even a dehydrator, you get all of that in just this one unit. So they're about like $200 to $300 depending on how big of a size you get. This is the regular size, and there's an XL as well. So if you're cooking for a big family, you're gonna want that XL. So we've been using the Ninja for a couple of weeks now, and we absolutely love it. It cooks really well. I love the size of it. It's kind of the same size basket as my Instant Pot. I always found that my air fryer, this 2-quart one, was always too small to make enough for even a family of like, I call us like 3.5 because Keto Baby doesn't eat quite as much as us. But for our family of 4, this was just too small. We couldn't make enough in there, so it was really good for side dishes. But the Ninja Foodi is going to kind of be our go-to. I'm super looking forward to it for summer when I don't have to turn the oven on. I can cook everything in here. And then we're actually going to bring these to the cabin. So when we go to the cabin, I don't have to sit there and slave in a hot kitchen because we don't have air conditioning there. And I can just turn these on and make amazing side dishes or even food for everybody there. So I hope that was helpful when we talked about the air fryer, we talked about the pressure cooker, and then we talked about the Ninja Foodi, which combines all of that into one. So I'll put links to everything in the description below so you can kind of see what you're looking at. And I hope that you guys get one of these. It's really made our keto, low carb, even standard American diet so much easier when you have these amazing appliances. So it's afternoon, we've got laundry going. You can see back there, Keto Baby and Keto Baby Juliana and Callie are working on an art project. If we have like a cold, nasty day like today, we'll go to we'll go to Target and go to the dollar section, and we'll find an art project like this. So these are actually little boxes. And do you want to tell us what you're doing, Callie?
I'm taking these little I'm taking these little stickers and I'm putting them on the color where the color is.
So what color do you have? Green?
I have green and I'm putting it, I have blue and I'm putting it kind of the greenish one.
Mm-hmm. So you're matching the color and the shape.
And I have red, I have golden, what Mommy's working on, and I have blue, and then I have pink, and I have these little gems.
Those are cute. Do you like this kind of project?
Mm-hmm.
So one thing that's not talked about a lot in keto is moving your body, is exercise. And I think it's one of the most important things that you can do on a daily basis in order to enhance what you're doing with the diet. Now, you've probably heard the saying, abs aren't made in the gym, they're made in the kitchen. And that's 100% true. Can you be successful on this diet or in this lifestyle without exercising? Yes. Can you actually start to see major changes? Yes. If you want to take it to the next level, if you want to go a little bit further faster, if you want to start to see more of a physical transformation, not just maybe releasing fat, might you want to incorporate exercise? Absolutely. So I believe that keto is not just how you eat, It's a great way of thinking, and it's a great way of moving. I want to take you through just some simple things that you can do, because you can go join a gym, 100%. You can go get a personal trainer, you can go take classes, but there's also like a lot of, like most of us, we think, well, I don't have time for that. I'm too busy. When am I gonna do that? Or I don't have the money to join a gym. Whatever the reason that you're maybe not going out there and doing it, like doesn't have to be your reason for not doing it here at home, right? I recently, in the last few months, just joined a gym and started to work out because I wanted to get out of the house more. I wanted to go move my body. I also wanted somebody telling me exactly what to do and how to do it. However, for the previous probably 10 to 15 years, I've simply been doing exercises in my home, outside of the house, and it's served me incredibly well over the years. It's free, and it's a lot of things that are really, really simple that you can do. So today I just want to go through a couple different like movements or exercises that you can do in your spare time at home that don't have to be that complicated and that can truly take your keto to the next level. So let's get started. The first one, you don't even have to watch me to do, it's just go for a walk, right? Get up in the morning, go walk like you're being chased. Walk, 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 walk. Walk like there's a little yippy dog like my Chiweenie at your heels chasing you. If you do that consistently, you're gonna start to have, you know, a result. Now, if you're somebody that says, you know, I can't walk, I have physical challenges, maybe you have bad knees, ankles, that kind of stuff, just do a little bit. Like if you can do a little bit and it's not gonna hurt a portion of your body, then just go. Like do a little bit more today than you did yesterday. Do more tomorrow than you did today, and allow that to just be one little step at a time. Right? The second thing that you can do is really simple, and it's something that you can do inside your house. Now there's a couple different versions of this. Number one is just like an air squat, right? It's just squatting and coming back up. Now notice when I squat, my back is straight, my shoulders are like, squeeze your shoulders back. You can go like this if you want to, like you're holding something right here. And then just come down and then go back up. Now there's a few options. One, get like a normal size chair. This just happens to be a stool I have down here. It's a little bit tall. But this is a great option if you're having mobility issues and you haven't done squats and you can't get to it yet, right? We're gonna advance. You're gonna start tall, you're gonna go shorter, and then you're gonna remove the stool. So here you go, watch. Sit, stand up. Sit, stand up. Sit, stand up. If you do that 30 times, you're gonna start to feel it the next day, and it's gonna do something for you, right? You're gonna engage your muscles, you're gonna start to see hormones increase, you're gonna start to see growth happen, you're gonna start to transition some of that fat for some muscle, right? Now, the next thing that you do after you've graduated from this, go to a normal chair, where you're having to sit down a little bit further. From that chair, now you're going down further into your normal squat, and then as you get better and better at just air squatting, you're gonna come further, so you're getting past that parallel point. Now, this exercise will impact you over time, right? That will be absolute. It's one of the most like usable, functional exercises that you can do on a consistent basis. The next thing that you can do is just maximize your stairs. Do you have stairs in your house or around your house? If you live in an apartment, maybe it's those stairs. Like just going up and down. If you have one flight of stairs in your house, go up and down it 5 times. Start with that. The next day, do 10. Honestly, it doesn't take that long. If you're on the phone or ever making phone calls, just get on the phone, walk up and down the stairs while you're doing it. It's gonna get your heart rate up, it's gonna engage your muscles, and it's really, really powerful. Something so simple that you can implement right away. Okay, let's talk about some things you can do for your upper body. Now, this is all just simple stuff. If you happen to have dumbbells, use them. If you're somebody that's not done a lot of working out or never done any strength training or resistance training, grab some water bottles, like some little water bottles or shaker bottles, put water in them. They weigh like a pound, right? Then you're gonna just do simple things to engage kind of your upper body. Here's a simple exercise. Take it from here, go up, come back down. Go up, come back down. Do that 15 times, 20 times, and do it 3 times, like 3 sets. So like this, 1, 2. It doesn't have to be a lot of weight, right? If you just start with a little bit of weight, over time, it's gonna increase to more and more and more weight. And eventually you're just gonna start to tone up your shoulders. You're working on the back muscles here. You can also just start going like this, do arm raises, right? With those same water bottles. You're working different muscles there. Same with here, right? Now, that might be hard enough without anything in your hands. But if you just start increasing the range of motion of your body, guess what's gonna happen? Your body's gonna be like, oh, this is really good. That doesn't have to be complicated, doesn't have to take that much time, and if you just do it each day, like a little bit each day, it starts to add up, right? So my last comments to you. Exercise is important. It is vital for your health. It's vital to make keto more of a lifestyle rather than a diet. If you start to combine this with what you're doing currently in the kitchen, you're gonna see your muscles start to form. You're gonna see them engage. You're gonna see your hormone levels shift to be healthy. More of the growth hormones are out there. Satiety hormones come out. Happiness hormones come out. Like all of this really cool stuff starts to happen just as a result of getting your heart pumping and your body moving. So my question to you today is, like, what are you gonna do to move your body? Doesn't have to be crazy. Doesn't have to be rocket science, like gym type stuff. It just has to be movement. So get out and move and watch this keto lifestyle magically come together. We're making stovetop lasagna tonight, and I love this recipe. It's tasty, it's delicious. The kids even eat it, and you know what's the best part about it? It's simple. Like, it doesn't take a lot of time, doesn't take a huge amount of prep. You don't have to bake it. It's literally in a saucepan on a stovetop, so we're just getting ready for it. We got some mozzarella cheese. Ooh, I like mozzarella. Mozzarella cheese we're rating up here. I'm gonna go ahead and take our grass-fed organic beef, and I'm gonna start to brown it over here.
So I'm sitting here cutting up all this fresh mozzarella, and I just had an idea. I've gotten these Jill's crackers, and let me move the dogs and show you. They're these crackers called Jill's. I'll post a link to them in the comments. And they're kind of like a low-carb, gluten-free nut seed cracker. And you want one? And I've got all this fresh mozzarella, and you know what might actually taste really good is one of these crackers. They're pretty big, so I'm just gonna crack it in half. Maybe Keto Dad will want one.
Yes.
And I'm gonna try putting fresh mozzarella. You took it. You haven't
got our ground beef here, ready to go.
Ground beef is already. I'm just gonna try putting some fresh mozzarella on top of one of these crackers and see how it tastes. I've done shrimp dip on these and they're better.
I just like the mozzarella.
I feel like maybe there's not enough flavor in the mozzarella, but hey, it was worth the try, right? Kind of a little appetizer. You want me to put one of these in? Keto Baby wants one too. Why don't you try mine before you eat it? Oh, you already ate it. Okay, that's right. You want to show the camera what you're eating? Over here, you've got one too. I don't know if you like it or not. He's not as much of a fan. So these, they definitely have like a strong sesame flavor to the cracker.
That's putting it nicely.
He's loving it. You have a couple, and I've actually started to like them a little bit. They are a little bit like cardboardy sesame, but honestly, like, we were in a pinch the other day. My mom came over with some shrimp dip and some regular like carb crackers, and we were like, what are we gonna do? And I had these in, and actually with shrimp dip on these, they're really good. Even with the artichoke dip, they might be all right. I got a creeper behind me. Let me do hands. So I don't know, give them a try. Let me know what kind of crackers in the comments you guys have tried. I found a recipe to make my own. Maybe we'll do that next. Maybe we'll make our own crackers.
Do I mix this in here right now?
Yeah, you can mix it together. So he's gonna mix together the sauce and the ground beef. And I'm gonna eat my crackers.
Alright, we're actually gonna take this out of this pan and put it in another pan, hopefully without making a mess. So that now we can use our skillet. If you have two skillets, then you can just do it one to the other. We just have this particular pan that we like for this recipe. So now that it's empty, here we go. Step number one is just start with a little bit of sauce on the bottom. And then what we're gonna do is add our first layer of our noodles, our lasagna noodles, which happen to be turkey. Did you know that turkey makes great noodles? In fact, they also make great tortillas. We've made turkey enchiladas, like enchiladas wrapped with turkey instead of with taco shells, and they're delicious. Even she likes them.
So we're gonna add in our layer of noodles.
Boom. Now we're gonna go with some sauce. Alright, now we're gonna grab a top.
It's nice to have someone clean up for you while you're cooking. That's one great thing about cooking with each other is one person can cook and one person, he hit his head in the pot.
Yeah.
Right? One person can cook and one person can...
I have a mark.
Get out of the way. One person can cook, one person can clean up, which makes dinners a lot easier. So we're just gonna let this heat up a little bit and then we're gonna eat it in about 10 minutes.
Eat. I'm hungry. All right. We've got about 10 minutes of meltage going on there, and it is looking and smelling delicious. And all right, so I'm just gonna use bowls to dish this up. It can be a little bit messy, but let me tell you, the kids love it. The flavor is delicious, and it's totally worth the extra effort. So you just cut it, and then stick it in a bowl here. Oh! Look at that! Like a cheesy piece of lasagna.
Delicious. So for the kids, for the noodles, I love to get chicken scissors and just cut it because it is hard to cut things in a bowl. And then I'll just kind of like dice it up for them, and they don't know the difference. They love it with what we have in here for the noodles. So I'm gonna get some kitchen scissors and just cut this up so it's ready to go for them, easy to eat, and we'll have a delicious dinner.
You could almost call this a soup if you wanted to. Or like a stew.
Well, that's partially because of how much pasta sauce we put in there.
We did it to ourselves. What are you eating there, Callie?
I'm eating, what's it called?
Stovetop lasagna.
Stovetop lasagna.
Do you like
And
it?
it's delicious.
Is this Juliana's?
Yeah.
She just needs a fork. Here, come sit over next to Daddy.
I'll show you how I eat it.
Oh, you're showing us how you eat it, Callie? All right, let's try it. Let me see if it's any good.
This is right here.
Mmm. Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Would you recommend other kids eat this?
Yeah.
What would you say to them?